Und ja, man soll halt stark sein und
You would be happy to
durchhalten.
know that we continue to sell the Beat Cancer t-shirts that you love so much. We're still using them to raise awareness and funds for childhood cancer research and family and patient support programs. When you passed away, my greatest fear was that you would be forgotten. So many people still talk about you and how you changed their lives. That is such a precious gift to me as your father. Eli, you truly impacted more lives in your almost 8 years on Earth than many people do in a lifetime. I love you, buddy, and I can't wait to see you again. Love, Dad.
Okay, das war dann der Vater gewesen. Ich glaube, hier sind überall Nachrichten scheinbar. Ah, da vorne ist noch eine. Da rechts war, glaube ich, auch noch eine.
As this long day draws to a close, I am tired, but not sleepy. My face is puffy from crying. I have a dry throat and dry hands, a slight headache, and a desire to write down absolutely everything. I want to describe the feeling of being entirely empty and entirely resolute. I want to explore how I can be deeply sad and incredibly hopeful at the same time. I want to talk about holding Joel's hand, walking down the hall wanting to soak in the moment, to memorize the feeling of having his hand and mine, to let it matter, and then hating that my thoughts swing to, because what if I can't hold his hand one day? And hating that thought, wishing I could just appreciate each second of Joel without that appreciation spilling into the pre-morning I refuse to do because I believe he will live. But instead of fighting the brief thoughts of mourning, choosing to fight instead that lie that says that those thoughts betray some doubt, some mistrust of God, when I know that those thoughts make me human. That God knows I am human. He doesn't make Joel's victory dependent on me never feeling unsure.
Na gut. Also die Amy, die will das so ein bisschen verarbeiten, indem sie wirklich alles aufschreibt, was sie denkt und was sie fühlt.
I had been in this room with my father before, during the brief window where he wasn't dying but was instead getting better. That wasn't the man I saw this time. I saw the other one, the one who cried out and needed holding, the one who fell asleep for 20 seconds and then woke up a different person each time. There was a clear part right in the middle of it, a minute or so, where everything was calm before his tour of hell resumed. That was goodbye, even if no one said it. I don't think I will ever get better after having seen that. I think this is the kind of knowing that stays with you. I can reach into my pocket now and find it there.
Oh weia. Jetzt fliegen wir wieder zu den Chirurgenhandschuhen. Das sind bestimmt alles wieder Zusendungen hier.
I am at Seattle Children's Hospital, and nobody wants to be here. Even as an internationally recognized temple of healing, every inch of it is terror. Every cubic inch of every room that is not occupied by terrified children and terrified parents is filled to its capacity with a terror wholly unique to that family, which no other person has any power to comprehend. There is art on the walls and rooms which is designed to evoke a jungle of some kind, and I resent it. Every giraffe is my sworn enemy.
Oh weia, da ist einer in einem bestimmten Krankenhaus und ich glaube, es war irgendwas mit Hope und ja, es ist das komplette Gegenteil. Es ist die Hölle, so wie ich das verstanden habe. Ist ja auch logisch.
The ravenous reverie of waking is but a distant memory. Or was it a dream? I can't remember the last time I woke up hungry. Not so long ago, carefree, welcoming the challenge of yoga on paddleboards, springing through the rain and over puddles at the reservoir track. Weathering several storms since entering the first battlefield over 2 years ago, a succession of precise scalpels, high-energy beams, and pharmacological strategies, a journey no one asks for. Still standing, spirit unyielding but not the same. With each treatment an imprint, Evidence of what came before. Willing rogue mutinous cells to yield to my current tailored chemical onslaught. Stay put and do not multiply. Or better yet, disappear altogether. By the will of God, through the tools of modern medicine, with the support of family and friends. Onward.
Oh, ich dachte, da können wir gerade nochmal drauf zugreifen.
Even though every natural law indicates it, even though popular culture is rife with examples, even though the arc of his condition moved with haste in a particular direction, specifically down, I was very surprised when my father died. I was surprised that he could. It wasn't merely naivete. Those afflicted with his particular cancer number less than 100. It is the sort of cancer that excites a doctor. One of the things that is so exciting about this cancer is that it apparently didn't form the hard masses we use to find the disease. Rather, it converts the meat of your abdomen into a kind of undifferentiated doom. What might happen is that they will attempt to draw your blood and instead draw out the green syrup that was once your guts. Shortly thereafter, they will tell you and your family that the fight is over.
Okay. Also es geht da scheinbar um seinen Vater und ja, Excited Cancer, also wahrscheinlich noch die gute Version des Krebses, aber es gibt natürlich gar keine guten Version des Krebses, das sage ich jetzt einfach mal so und das ist auch so. Und ja, er war ganz überrascht, dass er wirklich gestorben ist. Oh ja, ein gemaltes Bild. Mitiku. Mitiku. Ich hoffe, ich habe es richtig vorgelesen. Ja, es sind also alles Zusendungen. Ich glaube, da drüben... Hier war nichts mehr. Doch, hier war ein... Ach, okay, alles klar. Da hinten habe ich auch noch was gesehen. Schade, da können wir nicht hin. Da können wir leider auch nicht hin. Na, ihr? Euch geht's gut? Tja, na dann fliege ich mal rüber. Okay, hier war ich auch schon. Aber irgendwie kann ich nur hier hin und her. Muss ich auch scheinbar hier irgendwas anklicken können. Tja, der Leuchtturm. Der Leuchtturm soll ja eigentlich die Hoffnung sein. Oh, hallo. Aber wir können nur darüber. Na nö. Das ist ja komisch. Hä? Aber wenn ich da, dann lande ich ja wieder da drüben. Und da lande ich wieder am Anfang. Schade, dass es jetzt hier wie bei Deponia nicht die Wie geht's weiter Taste sehe oder die Was liegt alles im Raum Taste. Hey, Joel. Aber ich kann ja irgendwie nur hin und her. Das ist ja komisch. Jetzt kommen die nochmal von da hinten. Das ist ja komisch. Na gut, ich melde mich mal gleich nochmal wieder. Bis gleich. Ja, Hallöchen. Ich habe nochmal geguckt. Und zwar musste ich hier hinten lang fliegen und da hinten ist nämlich nochmal was, wo unser kleines Vögelchen landen kann. Hier sind so viele Nachrichten. Die gucken wir uns mal alle an.
I remember the day I was diagnosed. I remember the hallucinations from the high fever of 5-year-old's nightmares. I remember my mother silently weeping in the doctor's office. I remember friends and family gathered around my hospital bed in prayer. I remember the 2-hour ambulance ride to St. Jude where they could better care for me. I remember the 2.5 years of weekly chemo treatments, the numerous lumbar punctures and bone marrow aspirates. I remember Doctors Bell, Dahl, and Kalwinsky, nurses Jean, Judy, and Dale, Miss Chris in social work, Darlene in travel, all part of the team that cared for me. I am a walking memorial to their successes. I remember the other patients I'd see each time I went to the hospital for chemo. I remember when some stopped coming. I knew what that meant. I remember the years of summer camp for children with cancer, children like me. I remember their laughter and the midnight talks of fears and joys, normal kid stuff. Some less so. I remember when some stopped coming. I knew what that meant. But I remember them. I am, and other survivors are, memorials to those who lost their fights.
Julien. Und das ist einer, der den Krebs besiegt hat. Herzlichen Glückwunsch an der Stelle. Ja, es ist also möglich. Das sind alles Zusendungen.
Long day draws to a close. I am tired, but not sleepy. My face is puffy from crying. I have a dry throat and dry hands, a slight headache, and a desire to write down.
Das hatten wir schon. Na ihr? Das sind scheinbar alles Zusendungen auch. Unter anderem und auch selbstgeschriebenes von der Amy.
Oh, her expectation is so maddening sometimes. You know what she wrote on the eve of Joel's first surgery? The one back in January when we first found the tumor. I seriously feel like a kid on Christmas Eve. I'm pleading for God to spare his life, and I'm tempted to despair because self-inspection leads me to conclude I shouldn't expect much of anything. And yet my wife is expecting a surprise party from the Lord, replete with presents and supernatural miracles. I envy her.
Jetzt haben wir hier einen Spielautomaten. Ja, Joel, der Babyritter.
Hop in bed, boys. Let's go.
Boys, get in bed.
Oh, can you at least tell us a story?
The Dragon Cancer, High Scores. HKG, unendlich. JEG, auch unendlich. Und Bar hat, naja, annähernd so viel. Press button to start.
Sure.
Okay. This is the story of a very brave knight named Joel.
Joel the baby knight?
Yes, Joel the baby knight. But he's also Joel the very brave knight. And he was being chased by a dragon named Cancer.
Cool. Jetzt können wir hier spielen. Oh, Hilfe.
Because of his tumor?
Mm-hmm.
Where does the dragon live?
In a forest.
Is the dragon big?
Very big.
Oh, Hilfe.
Does the dragon breathe fire?
So
Was?
fire, you guys.
So, Joel has armor, like a sword and a shield and stuff?
Ooh, or maybe a spear?
Yeah, that sounds good. So brave Sir Joel with his sword and shield and his awesome spear and his super jumping ability was being chased by a dragon named Cancer.
What other superpowers does he have?
He also has grace.
That's not a superpower.
It's the best superpower.
Do you guys know what grace means?
Yeah, it's kind of like help.
Yeah, it's kind of like help.
Oh, cool. Hehe. Da wäre mal geholfen. Oder da wird uns geholfen.
You know, and he's not the only one who's ever tried to fight this dragon. Some very brave knights have fought this dragon and they lost. And some are able to drive the dragon off, and they can go home, and they can quit fighting for a while. And the kingdom is safe.
Joel's been fighting this dragon for a long time, huh?
A long time.
But Joel found a nice empty cave where he could rest. And it seemed like the dragon couldn't find him.
Ah, also hat nach Jahren des Kampfes
But just when he thought that the danger was past, the dragon found his hiding spot and came after him in the cave.
Also er hat es geschafft, den Drachen oder sich erstmal vor dem Drachen zu verstecken, symbolisch gesehen dafür, dass er den Kampf des Krebses vermeintlich erstmal überlebt hat. Und dennoch hat der Drache ihn gefunden.
Joel's going to lose.
Why do you say that?
Because Joel is just a baby. Babies can't kill dragons.
You're right. A baby can't kill a dragon.
Verschwinde, du böser Drache.
But that's the best part of the story. God fights for Joel. So
Wow,
he
Hilfe.
fights that dragon cancer right with Joel. And we know that God can win even if Joel can't. That's grace.
Der ist ja fies, der Drache. Oh nein!
Well, what about Tim from Church Mom? He died from cancer. Wasn't God fighting for him? Didn't he have grace?
Of course, God fought for Tim too.
Los, komm, den kriegen wir.
Tim fought
Nein.
so well. And he was so brave, so strong. God let him rest. It may have
Oh nein.
seemed like the dragon won because Tim died. We know that Tim's in heaven and that he's with God and that God is so proud of him. So maybe for Tim getting to be done fighting is
Ach, Mist. Los, komm, wir haben ihn gleich. Oh, nein, Mist. Los, komm, ich nehm's mit dir auf. Nein, Mist. Oh, der hatte nur noch einen halben Leben. Oh, bin ich vorhin ins Mikro gestoßen. Ah, so knapp. Aber egal wie es gekommen wäre. Drowning. Ertrinken. Oder ersticken. Ja, egal wie es gekommen wäre, ich schätze, es wäre so oder so darauf hinausgelaufen, dass, ja, dass der Drache nicht besiegt werden kann.